I love spending time with people that I really like, and there's nothing quite like spending time with somebody that you like on an emotional and, in a relationshipy kind of way, in a romantic way. That's the word I was looking for. I mean, hanging out with friends is one thing, but you can't really fairly compare it to hanging out with someone you actually are either want to be in a relationship with or am in a relationship with. It is an entirely different vibe, at least for me. It is. It's a different carton of eggs, and I really like it. It's just a nice feeling in general to be around somebody who you emotionally support and they support you, and you just really like the I don't know if that picked up, but there were screaming people outside, not in a death way, in a fun way. That sounds weird. But the best date I ever went on in my entire life, we met on a dating app. Did we? Yes. Yes. Did we? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Where the fuck else would I have met? Yes. Yeah. We met on a dating app. My brain's going and gone, really. But we met on a dating app. We talked. We really liked talking to each other. We made some inside jokes. It was nice. We clicked, and we set up a date. And dumbass me. Years from now, I'm gonna look back at this and think, why did you do that? But we went to a restaurant. We went to Spoons. Okay, fuck off. And I got a pizza. Of course, my best date ever includes a pizza. Of course it does. And we got some drinks. And it was really nice just sitting down and talking. I always have nice times just sitting down and talking to people at Spoons. It's always just a fun time. And it was legitimately really nice, and I think we had a couple of Jaeger bombs, which is crazy, but I really liked it. I remember oh no, okay, I'm gonna get sidetracked. And then we left and we went to there was a Christmas fair in town. It was Christmas, and I had no, like, if she wasn't there with me, and if it was just me normally, I'd never go to a Christmas fair. Like, if my friends were all going, if my friends were all going and they asked me specifically if I want to go, I'd maybe make room in my calendar and maybe go. It's just one of those recreational things that I'm just like, oh, I just go there. Everything's, over expensive. I mean, it's a pretty sight, but like, if I go on a Ferris wheel, I mean, why? It's so weird. If I think about going with my friends, I don't really see the point in going like a Ferris wheel. But if you're with somebody, if you're with somebody who you are romantically interested in, suddenly going on a Ferris wheel and doing all these fun activities has an entirely different light to me, which is weird. I suppose getting on the roundy horses with all your mates does sound pretty fun. It sounds like fun in an entirely different way, but we went on the Ferris wheel, we went on the horses. Some funny stuff happened, but I feel like if I go into details, that would be weird. I went into details when I was talking to myself. But it's so weird that I still hide the identity of people when I just talk to myself. Like, I just talk to myself in a room, and I still hide the identity of the people. Yeah. I always have something to mess with in my hands whenever I'm doing these videos. And then we went back to my accommodation. We played a drinking game that involved Mario Kart, and she said she played a bit of Mario Kart, but when we started playing, she didn't know how to go forwards, which I found very cute. We started playing, and I did a thing where I was like, okay, if you come anywhere above 10th, then I'll have to drink, and if you don't, then you've got to drink. And then she'd do like really well, and she'd start learning the game, and I was like, okay, now 8th, now you're gonna do better than 8th, and then so it'd be like encouragement, but it was still really fun, and it was like literally like a 50-50. Like sometimes she wouldn't do well, and sometimes she'd do really well, and I'd be like, oh dang, and she'd be like, oh, you've got to drink extra, and I was like, oh, okay, I will. It was really fun, and it was just a really good time in general, and we ended up having such an insanely good time that the date continued for 2 whole days. Like we woke up the next day and we were just like, let's just keep doing stuff. So we just went on. I forgot what we did on the second day, but we just did. So I'm pretty sure I had work, and I called in sick for work. That was the first time ever that I had called in sick when I wasn't actually ill, because normally I'm a good boy. But I was just having so much of a good time, and so we went out again and we just did more stuff, and then on the third day we finally said goodbye to each other, and we made the joke that that was all one big date, and it was still, all one big date. And that was, and I forgot to mention, on the Ferris wheel stuff, that was the first time that I had money. I had money because I had a job, and I had the money to pay for everything. It was so nice. It was so lovely because in my mind, money is spent on things you enjoy. Money is recreational, money that you've saved aside to be recreational is recreational. You have to spend it on stuff you enjoy. And in that moment, I enjoyed being with her. I enjoyed her company. I enjoyed spending time with her, and I enjoyed seeing her happy. That made me happy. So that money was well spent. I didn't think of it in my eyes as, oh, I'm paying for the day. I thought of it in my eyes as, I'm paying money to make me happy in this situation. It just so happens that, making her happy is making me happy. That sounds a bit... I've went from it sounding really nice to it sounding really asshole-y. I'm trying to go for a middle ground there and it didn't work. Um, but, um, but, um, but yeah, just the ability for her to go like, I'll pay for it. I'll be like, no, trust me, it's absolutely fine, I will pay for this, and not feel like I didn't have that nagging bit in the back of my head going, oh, you shouldn't be spending this money. No, I didn't have any voice in the back of my head. Nothing happened. I didn't even think, oh no, I can buy this. I just thought I didn't think anything. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even think like, oh, I can buy this now. It was just a thing. It was so nice. It felt so good though, it was really nice. Money well spent. It was lovely. And to think that my favourite date I've ever been on started in fucking spoons is crazy. But in my eyes, a good date doesn't mean a good location. It means a good time with somebody, and that's why a lot of the time, because to be honest, going to a Spoons, no matter where it is, going somewhere that has cheap drinks so that you can sit down, have maybe a couple of drinks to get a bit, less scared, and just talk to the person, just having a conversation with them, it's really nice. It's never failed me. I've never had a date where you do that and it hasn't gone well. It's always gone well. It's always a nice date. And I don't know. I feel like if you don't go for drinks, if you just go to there was a quote by somebody who was just, oh my god, where was this off? She said, get people in a room and give them food and drinks, and they'll fall in love. And like, I know a farm here, and I wouldn't mind taking somebody to a farm on a first date, but I feel like doing something like that, it's a little bit awkward, because you don't know, like going there on like a third date, that's really wholesome, and I've done that before. I've went to a farm with somebody. Was it a first date? It wasn't a first date, was it? Oh, what was our first date? I can't remember. In my defense, we were friends beforehand, so our activities didn't they've muddled in my mind between dating and being friends. What did we do as our first date? I can't remember. At some point, we did go to the farm. Maybe that was the first date. I don't know. It was really nice. It was really really nice, and the turtle humped my foot. It was great. No, I mean the general experience, not the experience of the turtle humping my foot. But um, I guess I just like dates. I think I like. I think it's because I don't go outside. I don't do things. I never go places with anyone. The only reason why I ever go anywhere is if I'm getting drunk with friends, or if I'm getting drunk with friends, I always go to the same places. Fucking, why would I go anywhere else? I know what clubs are good. I'm not going to go to a different club. Um, and and if it's like an experience, who the fuck am I going to go to the experience with? My friends. I want to go to an experience with my friends go to experiences all the time. Um, I don't know. I just don't. I think a little bit is to do with the fact that it costs money, and I don't have money right now. Maybe if I had a job and I had more disposable income, and my friends said, "Hey, let's go try out this cool thing," I would think, yeah, I'd be more inclined to do it. But there's something about going somewhere with somebody who you're romantically attracted to, which I just love. Like I see it in an entirely different light. Um, and and that date was lovely. Like it had everything that I loved in it. It had alcohol, it had pizza, it had a good spark with the person, and ultimately, I did end up calling off the relationship, and it was because um, she was a fucking lovely person. She was lovely. She was a lovely person. Like there wasn't anything bad about her. She wasn't a bad person. There was nothing negative about her. And I made sure to like you know I told her how amazing she was. But sadly we were just opposites in like in like every single conceivable way. Not in any way that's a bad opposite, but just like how somebody can be an introvert and somebody can be an extrovert. It was just that, and you may think to yourself, "Oh, but opposites attract," but it was literally everything in every single way. We were opposite, and it got to the point where it started to affect like the spark that we had, is because we were just too different at the end of the day. And recently, I have started thinking to myself, is that really that bad? Like, yes, I do. Okay, my my. I've said this for absolutely ages. This is quite a big thing. I have always said, ever since I first started dating, oh, my voice is starting to get a bit raspy. I've always went out with people who, while I'm doing dumb shit, while I'm like running around doing and climbing on shit and being an idiot, they're always filming me, going like, "Ha ha ha! Look how weird my boyfriend is. He's so weird. What a weird man!" And then they upload it and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, God, I wish my girlfriend was out here with me doing this weird shit with me. I wish that, like, because I have been described as a Labrador, that I have Labrador energy, like the dog, and I don't like saying I have dog energy because that that gives off a different kind of vibe. Um, but I've never. Okay, no, I have met people who also give off Labrador energy, but sadly they're not particularly they're not for me in a romantic way, but I've never met somebody who I'm romantically attracted to who also gives. Oh, I have, and I did also throw that away. I did, but that was for a different reason. Yeah. Anyway, but anyway, back to the person. I do often think to myself, if they are just a nice person, does it really matter so much that they don't give off Labrador energy, that they don't do these weird things with me, that they just like go like, oh, that's my man, he's doing weird stuff. Does that really matter? Like, but the only problem is, say, okay, I say fine, I'm okay with that. I'll date somebody like that. In the back of my mind, I'll always be thinking, what if they were? But what if they did do this dumb shit with me? Like, and just thinking to myself, there is someone out there who would do that dumb shit with me. It's going to kill me, knowing that person, statistically speaking, exists. That there's an attractive woman out there who I could be romantically attracted to, and who has this like Labrador hyperactive energy. Um, um, and just knowing that that person exists out there, it will make it hard for me to be like, okay, I'll date somebody who doesn't have that, because I love the idea of dating somebody like that so much, so much. And don't get me wrong, I have. There was just one person that it's complicated, but I dated them. I went on dates with them, and let's say that is the correct way of saying it. Um, uh, and uh, and they were very Labrador energy. The way I described it is what I'm looking for is someone who will turn to me at 3 a.m. in the morning while we've been drinking and having drinks, and just like turn over in bed and say, let's go like fucking run in a park, and I'm just like, yeah. And just dumb shit like that. And I had somebody who literally did that. Like I just said that as an example, but like we were running low on like Coke or something, no, Coca-Cola, and we'd been drinking and having loads and loads and loads of fun, just the two of us, and we were playing a game, and a video game. I don't know why I'm censoring what game it is. I'm trying to be very vague here, but we were just like, let's go get some fucking cola. I feel like I shouldn't call it Coke. Let's go get some cola from the fucking shop. And we were like, oh, okay. And it was like literally 3 a.m. in the morning, so we ran outside. We were running across the road. I almost killed her. She almost got ran over, but she was enjoying herself so much. She was running around. We were laughing, and like that is like the dream. Of and like that is amazing. That is what I've been looking for. So you may think to yourself, well, Curtis, why the fuck did you throw that away? Complications, but ooh, can I delve? Oh, there goes my alarm. Can I delve any deeper into this? Because here's the thing. This is my deep emotions now. If I talk about this, I have to be absolutely sure that the person I'm talking about, well, because like nobody else is going to know who I'm talking about, but the person who I'm talking about will probably know that I'm talking about them. That's if best case scenario, that's kind of the end goal. But the best case scenario is they don't see this. I kind of don't want anyone I know to see this. And the worrying thing is, if people do see it, it's a risk that people could see this. So maybe I don't want to say everything that I'm thinking, but there's not a way that I can subtly say something about what I'm thinking. Maybe I should just change the subject. Oh, that's a shame though. Like I made this account to say my deepest thoughts. But the problem is, if the deepest thoughts are about something that's still developing, then I can't really talk about it, can I? Because what if magically this account does blow up and people I know see it? Then I mean, it obviously won't blow up. Nothing about these videos are entertaining, but but I can't say stuff about something that is currently developing. But yeah, I think the main thing to take away from this is the weird dynamic I have between. I mean, because that's the thing. All the people that I've dated are nice people. Very rarely do I date somebody who I actually realise is a bad person or has bad qualities. Most of the time, they're just lovely people, but it just slowly gets revealed to me that we're not, right for each other. We just don't gel together. There's no spark. between us, just in conversation. We don't click. And sometimes it takes a little while to figure that out. And by a little while, I normally mean like a week. A week to 3 months is basically it. Pardon me. And I only call them my girlfriend if I am fairly sure that, you know, the it will last a while. Sometimes I do make mistakes. Sometimes after like a month, I will. Oh, did I call her? No. Yes. Yeah, I know. I did. I think it was the L word that I didn't say to her because yeah, no, that's what it was. Like we were girlfriend and boyfriend for like 3 months, maybe more actually. I think it was three. No, maybe more. I don't know. We were girlfriend and boyfriend for quite a while, and she had accidentally said the L word to me quite a few times, which was quite funny. I wasn't ready. Oh, this could be an entirely different video. The L word for me is big. Like, it's a big word for me. But at the same time, I feel like that makes it more important because an emotional connection for me is a very okay. An emotional connection is easy, but an L word connection is very high, and the bar I have for it is stupidly high. It's not stupidly high. It's just the feeling of love. You know it when you feel it, and uh, and I know it when I feel it to the point where I need to make sure that I can feel it, and and I'm looking forward to feeling it again. Um, and trust me, I do really want to feel it again because it was like to this day it is by far the best feeling that I've ever felt in my entire life. Just feeling, just feeling in love. It is, and if you haven't felt it yet, oh, it's good. It is good. I was fucking 16 when I fucking felt it. It still is amazing to this day. Just thinking about how happy I was. I'm happy all the fucking time, and I was really happy. It's crazy. Like, you just wake up in the mornings and your life is just better. Like, it's weird. It's hard to explain. Just life is just better. Like, it just objectively. When you're in love, it's weird. And yeah. But oh, I can't start talking about this. The video is going to be too long. Okay, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to stop talking about it now. But I've brought up some points that I can bring up in the future. Here I am talking about relationships again. I'm going to be talking about a lot of relationships on this channel because I like talking about relationships. It's something that brings me happiness because I like relationships. I like them. I like feeling happy because of somebody and with somebody. I like being a team with somebody. And I like boobs.